Good morning everyone. In this video, we will start our next topic, that is various types of pressure control valve. The pressure control valves are generally used to protect the hydraulic components from excessive pressure. And this is one of the most important component of the hydraulic system, and it is very essential requirement for safe operation of any system. The primary function is to limit the system pressure, and that must be within the specific or permissible limit. It reduces the system pressure, and as the pressure reduces to the limit which we have already set, then the valve will automatically close. So let us start our various types of pressure control valves. The first is direct type of relief valve. So you can see from the figure, this figure shows the schematic diagram of the direct pressure relief valve, and this type of valves has two ports. You can see from the figure, one of which is connected to the pump and the another is connected to tank. It consists of a spring chamber where a puppet is placed with a spring force. Generally, the spring is adjustable, or they can be adjusted to set the maximum pressure limit for any system, and the puppet is held in position by combining the effect of spring force and the dead weight. The dead weight is placed at the top of the figure, that you can see this dead weight of the spool. As the pressure exceeds this combined force, the puppet rises and the excessive fluid bypasses through to the reservoir. The puppet again resets to the original position, which is already preset by before starting any system. A drain is also provided in the control chamber. It sends the fluid that collected due to the small leakages to the tank, and it will prevent the failure of the valve. So this is the first type of pressure relief valve, that is direct type of relief valve. Second type is unloading valve. You can see from the figure, it is almost similar to the first one, but this valve consists of a control chamber with an adjustable spring which pushes the spool in downward direction. The valve has again two ports, that one is connected with the tank and another is connected to the pump. The valve is operated by the movement of spool, and normally the valve is closed and the tank port is also closed. This type of valves are used to permit a pump to operate at the minimum load, and it works on the same principle as that of the direct control valve, that the pump is delivering, and the pump delivery that basically is diverted to the tank when the sufficient pilot pressure is reached, and that will again move the spool. The pilot pressure maintains a static pressure to hold the valve open. The pilot pressure holds the valve until the pump delivery is needed in the system. As the pressure is needed in the hydraulic system, the hydraulic pressure is relaxed and the spool moves in downward direction due to self weight and spring force. These are the two forces which are responsible for the movement of spool in first case and also in second case. Now the flow is diverted to the hydraulic circuit. The drain is provided, that you can see in the figure on the right hand side of the figure, that is basically provided to remove the leakage or the leaked oil that is collected here, and it will be directly moved toward the tank. And this is also useful if we want to remove or if we want to eliminate the valve failure. The unloading valve basically reduces the heat built up due to fluid discharge at preset pressure value. Third one is the sequence valve. The primary function of this type of valve is to divert flow in a predetermined sequence, and it is used to operate the cycle of a machine that is automatically done. A sequence valve that may be of direct pilot, or it may be of remote pilot type. So the basic construction you can see from the figure. This shows the schematic diagram of a sequence valve, and it is almost similar to the direct relief valve which we learned first. It consists of, again, it is having only two ports. The first one is main port, that is connecting the main pressure line, and the other port, or it is also known as the secondary port, is connected to the secondary circuit. The secondary port is usually closed by the spool. The pressure on the spool works against the spring force. When the pressure exceeds the preset value of the spring, the spool lifts and the fluid flows from the primary port to the secondary port. Now, for remote operation, the passage is used for the direct operation is generally closed, and a separate pressure source for the spool operation is provided in the remote operation mode. So, this is the sequence valve. Next is counterbalance valve. So, again you can see that the schematic diagram of this type of valve is also or almost the same. Only few changes we have made. So, this schematic diagram, if GTU is asking for a figure, then you have to draw this. It is used to maintain the back pressure, and it will also prevent a load from the failing. The counterbalance valves that can be used as braking valves for the deceleration of the heavy loads. These valves are used in vertical presses, then in lift trucks. They are also used in loaders and other machine tools where position or hold is of a suspended load are very important. Counterbalance valves work on the principle that the fluid is trapped under pressure until the pilot pressure overcomes the preset value of the spring force. Fluid is then allowed to escape and letting the load to descend under control. This valve is normally closed until it is acted upon by a remote pilot pressure source. Therefore, a lower spring force is sufficient, and it leads to the valve operation at the lower pilot pressure, and hence the power consumption will reduce, the pump life will increase, and the fluid temperature will decrease. Next is the pressure reducing valve. Sometimes a part of a system may need a lower pressure. So, this can be made possible by using the pressure reducing valve. These type of valves are generally used to limit the outlet pressure, and they are used for the operation of a branch circuit where pressure may vary from the main hydraulic press or main hydraulic pressure lines. These are open type valve, and they have a spring chamber with an adjustable spring, a movable spool that you can see from the figure. A drain is provided to return the leaked fluid in the spring chamber. A free flow passage is provided from the inlet port to the outlet port until a signal from the outlet port tends to throttle the passage through the valve. The pilot pressure opposes the spring force, and when both are reduced or both are balanced, the downstream is controlled at the pressure setting. When the pressure in the reduced pressure line that exceeds the valve setting, the spool moves to reduce the flow passage area, and that is controlled by the compression of the spring. They can also that can be seen from the figure that if the spring force is more, the valve will open wider, and if the controlled pressure has a greater force, the valve will move towards the spring and throttles the flow. So these are the 5 types of pressure control valves that we have seen. In GTU, it is very important. Many times you will find out that explain different types of pressure control valve with schematic diagram. Then you have to write down as per the marks. If it is in 4 marks, then no need to draw all the figures and no need to explain each and every type. So in 7 marks, you have to write down each and every type of pressure control valve with schematic diagram. So next topic is the difference between pressure relief valve and pressure reducing valve. So the first difference, this is a normally closed type valve. The pressure relief valves are normally closed type valves, but on the other end, the pressure reducing valves are generally normally open type valve. So you can see that it is a NC type. NC type means here NC is not for numerically controlled, but here NC is for normally closed and NO is for normally open. Second difference, it is fitted in bypass line to the reservoir tank, that is the pressure relief valve, and on the other hand, the pressure reducing valves are generally fitted in the main line of the system. In pressure relief valve, outlet is connected to the reservoir tank. On the other hand, in pressure reducing valve, outlet is connected to the system. In the pressure relief valve, the inlet pressure is the system pressure, while on the other hand, in pressure reducing valve, the outlet pressure is the system pressure. The fifth difference is in pressure relief valve, inlet pressure is the pilot pressure, while on the other hand, in pressure reducing valve, the outlet pressure is the pilot pressure. The last difference, that pressure relief valve opens when inlet pressure becomes more than the preset value, and on the other end, the pressure reducing valve closes when the outlet pressure becomes more than the preset value. So these are the 6 difference between the pressure relief valve and pressure reducing valve. Again, this is important in terms of GTU examination, as it will be in 3 to 4 marks. Next and last topic of this video, that is difference between pressure relief valve and unloading valve. First difference, in pressure relief valve, inlet itself is the pilot connection, but on the other hand, in unloading valve, it has a separate pilot connection. In pressure relief valve, it is set for maximum pressure required for the operation of the system, but on the other hand, in unloading valve, it is set for the minimum pressure required during the idle period of the system. The third difference, the pressure relief valve opens when its inlet pressure increases above the preset value, as we have already seen, but the unloading valve opens when the pilot pressure increases above the preset value. In pressure relief valve, the maximum system pressure is controlled, and in the unloading valve, the minimum idle period pressure is controlled. So last one, the last difference, it is a safety valve which avoids damage to the system components, and that is due to generally high pressure. And on the other hand, in unloading valve, it avoids overheating of the working fluid, and it saves power to a greater extent. So this is the basic difference between a pressure relief valve and an unloading valve. Now task of this video, you have to write down these 3 questions and submit on Google Classroom. First question is explain various pressure control valve with need sketch. Second question is you have to write down the difference between pressure relief valve and pressure reducing valve. Third question you have to write down is the difference between pressure relief valve and unloading valve. Hope you have understood everything and enjoyed this video. Submit the task on Google Classroom. Thank you.